Testing 2, 3. Sex Education is actually a great show.
Really?
Yeah,
I think I
show.
started watching the first episode, or I made it through the first episode. I'm like, oh, this is cute, and then I never returned.
Yeah.
Glow. This is actually a perfect angle. She looks like, hey, and I'm gonna back away.
You know how Terrell got the blue wall? Maybe we'll have the red wall.
Be careful, because Jada might come for our lives.
Who?
Jada might come for our lives. Jada Pinkett Smith with her red tabletop.
Fuck.
In front of the red curtain. Okay. I'm fine with that. I'm good. You ready?
To be continued. The podcast. Honey Child. Episode 7.
7. I'm proud of us.
We're doing this.
Yeah, this is consistency. I'm proud of us.
Absolutely. This is the most consistent thing I've done in a long time.
I'm going to be in agreement for myself. Yes.
Absolutely. So, can we just say that I look good in my hat? By the way, shout out Pish Posh. Well, I don't even know. I ain't heard from her in a minute, so I don't know what's going on. But NCAT versus everybody. You already know. Hand painted.
I'm here for it. I like the hat. It still does remind me of that OSL.
Looking like an ICDC. Looking like an ICDC college.
We're gonna put.
So you sit at home.
In the
So you sit in your residence hall.
You gotta see it.
Man, college boy.
Oh, it's time.
Put this back like this. Like I look cool like this.
I mean, as cool as you can be next to my bandana, but okay.
I'm weak. All right. Anyway, we back in it. We get off track really easy. Anyway, so shout out to everybody who's been listening to us. We average right now about 8 listeners per episode. So we getting there.
Good.
We're working on it.
Someone's listening, and it's not just us.
Right. So
thank you, Mom.
thank you. I mean, even though y'all not talking to us on Twitter, but it's okay.
That's okay.
It's okay.
Baby steps.
Or maybe you are. Maybe I'm not checking. Nope, nobody's talking because I check it periodically.
Growth in progress. We're working on
it. However, Instagram, maybe we should start going live on Instagram and YouTube. Apparently, YouTube has better live than Instagram. Apparently, Instagram is outdated.
I do watch a few creators that on YouTube, and I watch their lives. Jasmine Masters. I'm just gonna put it out there. I just wait for the end of oop every time.
She won the damn award for that from was it? I think it was
She deserves it.
Tinder was like the most. It was like the most used gift of 2019.
Deserved it.
And
cool people. Like I would love to meet Jasmine Masters in person. But
maybe,
both in and out of. Because one's a performer and one's like the real person, and I think the live streams we see the real person, and I get so into it because I feel connected.
Well, Miss Jasmine, if you're watching, hit us up.
Once this quarantine is over.
Right. Hey, we can hit some long distance real quick, and then in the long term, we can work something else out.
Collabo.
Let us know. Anyway.
So what's our topic?
Well, this week, as promised, we've been talking about it in pretty much every episode, Imposter Syndrome. And I don't know why I'm smiling like this, but
I don't know. I think we like having these touchy conversations. So
I do.
I'm kind of excited too.
I like these conversations because it lets me know that I'm not the only one.
Right.
So, and if you can relate, talk to us. Hashtag to be continued.
PC.
Hashtag to be continued PC. At to be continued PC.
Add us, follow us, like, subscribe, share.
To be continued podcast. Website coming soon.
Yes, excited, and other content. other?
Yes.
So for our topic this week, you mentioned imposter syndrome. So I guess should we get a working definition where as we speak about imposter syndrome, or should we just kind of go with what it means to us? You want to go with our textbook first?
I think let's read what Google tells us.
So this is Le Google. Imposter syndrome, also known as imposter phenomenon, imposterism, or fraud syndrome. I'm glad we just go with imposter. Fraud is a little harsh. It's a psychological pattern in which one doubts one's accomplishments and has a persistent internalized fear of being exposed as a fraud. There's that word again. But I mean, I guess it fits. When we talk about imposter syndrome,
I guess that's just the harsh way of putting it.
Yeah,
that's the harsh way of putting it. You're a fraud,
right?
Freeland.
That was so fast. So I mean, I guess you want to talk about how like imposter syndrome and how we feel it's played a part in our lives and kind of gotten us where we are.
Yes. I guess I'll go first. For me personally, for me, more recently, it's been that I just haven't been confident in myself. Just feeling as though I can't, or that I don't deserve to be in these higher positions of power doing things. Maybe I feel like I'm not doing a good job at work, or maybe I know I'm slacking, and so why would they do that? Maybe I just feel like I can't do it. I don't know. Maybe it's people saying that I can't do it, and I just let that get to me. I don't know. But what I will say is that it really all started when, I don't know if y'all refer back to episode 3, I told the story about how I lost my job at A&T. And I just literally never recovered from that. Like, that was in damn January 2017. It's fucking 2020. It's March 2020. It's 3 years later. And I still haven't fucking recovered from that shit. That says, to me, that says more about me than anything else. Since my life is what I make it, right? And
it's choice driven. I'm
still here. All my choices that I made led me here. So, due to that, I lost my confidence. Like, this is just me being honest.
Yeah.
Like, honest and open.
I think, for me, I think it's always popped up when I felt like I had the potential to be, or I had the potential to reach like a next level in something that I pursued, something that I was interested in. Mm-hmm. And it's like I would kind of talk myself out of it. Like I didn't deserve to have it, or like I was just lucky to get to where I was, and I was lucky to get anyone to say anything positive to me. It didn't mean that it was actually true. And so I would end up psyching myself out of taking opportunities that I think kind of hindered me. Well, those situations kind of hindered me. Because I think in college, especially when we talk about like that's the prime networking time. Mm-hmm. Like I sat back and watched people who I thought were better than me, who I thought deserved to get those things more than me. I didn't think I deserved them at all, and I sat back and watched them like excel and flourish while I was just kind of picking up and kind of filling in little spaces. And it's like now, 6 years out of college, it's like after first year, I don't think I recovered because it was like now it's real. Now I'm gone from college. Yeah, I went back to homecoming, but then I went back to work. You know, after the weekend was over. You know, I had taxes and stuff like that. Like,
right.
So,
yeah,
it kind of pops up every now and again when I really think I want to make a move. It's like I have to battle through that first.
Right. I had a similar experience in college where I kind of felt like I was like really high, and I was just like on this pedestal, like, oh, you know, life is going great. You know, everything is. I was a career student. Like, as long as I'm here, I don't got nothing to worry about. Blah blah blah. I don't got to deal with real life. And then boom, real life happened.
Real life.
And you know what? I blame the fucking American education system because they don't get you ready for this shit. Nothing that you learn in school is gonna prepare you for the shit that life throws at you. Nothing. Nothing.
I think the way that you look at it. Well, I don't think it's portrayed in the way. I think we focus a lot on the knowledge and not the skill. So it's like I don't expect. This is just for me as a teacher. I agree with the fact that I don't think we do enough to prepare students for stepping into like the career arena, or the working arena. But I will say that, like, I don't expect every one of my sixth graders to get through 12th grade and remember everything I taught them in science. But I hope that I've instilled some skills in them, like learning how to gather information from different sources, being able to think what's the next effect, have foresight, have hindsight, be able to reflect, understand maybe what's triggering you, understand what may be hindering you here. And I hope those things are what they carry, because those are applicable in several different life situations. But I think what's portrayed to the people, and it's big business, is that you always portray you have to be the top performer and have these certain letter grades, perform this well on certain tests. So it turns more into how much information about this topic do I know, and less about do I have the skills to take any topic and apply it. That was a lot. I'm sorry.
Ooh.
That was a lot.
But you know what? That was low-key a read.
No, I wasn't reading.
No.
Okay.
But you ain't know it.
No, I was just trying to offer the perspective of the classroom teacher, and I think what we work toward. And it was just a moment to advocate for us. No, I wasn't trying to read.
It was really more of like the end part, the end part when you were saying, it's like you know about the topic, but do you apply what you know about the topic? And that's kind of where I am. Like, I feel like I read and I know a lot about stuff, but I just don't do it.
That's a read to me too, though.
Yeah. Hence, nothing changes, so what's going to change?
I think imposter syndrome is also like quite paralyzing, though. Because like even in the textbook definition, it talks about it being like psychological. Like it can be paralyzing when you feel like this is as far as you're supposed to go, and then sometimes you're lucky to even have this. So it's like, admittedly, like sometimes I feel like I'm not a good teacher, you know, and I guess I haven't been in the game long enough for students to really come back, like for it to have set in over some years. But sometimes that can be paralyzing when you want to be more of an advocate politically for your students, when you want to be more involved in the community. Sometimes you get stuck into, I'm just a classroom teacher. I'm not supposed to do anything else. And it becomes like paralyzing, because you're like, if I try to do more, there's a chance I can lose the little that I already have. Or there's a chance that I'll drop below or I feel like I shouldn't be in the first place, and then I'll be proven, as they said, a fraud. Yeah, it's an interesting thing about how we know better, but we don't do better.
You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink.
I'm telling you, I'm thirsty.
Telling you.
I really am. Let me just grab her right here real quick.
Yeah, low key.
Drink lots of water.
Yeah, I'm gonna take a short intermission.
So you're sitting in your residence hall, failing your classes, and you don't know what to do. Get up, go to New Academic Classroom Building, 3rd floor, and get some tutoring. You're sitting here playing video games all day, get off the Xbox 2K, you're not even good anyway. Yeah, you're gonna learn today, you're gonna pass whatever you need to pass, and you're not gonna be on academic probation this year. A-G-G-I-E, what? P-R-I-D-E, what? This is my tutor, Miss Gabby.
Okay, I'm gonna let y'all know right now, the struggle is real. I'm gonna need y'all to come to tutoring because these classes out here, they ain't gonna get no easier. It's gonna get rough from here.
Give me that, give me that.
Once you get in that major, come to the 3rd floor, see me, and I'm gonna get you together. It's just as easy as that.
Alright, alright, alright. Cause you know why? Cause you gonna learn. Cause they gonna get you together real quick. You're gonna come back next year, you're gonna stop wasting your parents' money, you're gonna stop wasting the government's money. You're just gonna stop wasting money in general and start making money because you're gonna matriculate on time, 4 years, no more than that. It's simple. You're just making it hard.
A good conversation.
That was
Good.
All right.
This doesn't even have to be a long episode.
It really doesn't, because that was really the bulk
That
of
was
it.
good.
I know there was a lot that we just said, so what we kind of want to do is we don't want this episode to like drag out or do anything like that. So we just kind of want this to be like a short, quick, unpacking episode, and we're gonna end you by how we're gonna end you. We're gonna end the episode by saying, or how we're working on trying to better ourselves.
Yeah.
Yeah. Trying to break out of the habit. Trying to Sister Act 2 back in the habit, right? But we're trying to break the habit.
Yeah.
Brother Act 1, breaking the habit.
Speaking of which, my fraternity brothers have, have a saying that excellence is a process of becoming better than I once was. And so I think, the process piece is the important piece. So I think that's why we kind of want to share with you what we're trying to do, because this is not going to be something that's solved in like 2 easy steps,
Right.
But I know you were talking earlier about like investing.
Yeah. So I've been actively changing who and what I follow on social media. So what that means is I'm starting to stray away from more of if you're not posting anything that I'm interested in,
Mm-hmm.
I'm pretty much finna hit you with the block unblock combo, and we just not gonna be following each other no more. Like, that's just pretty much what it's finna be. I'm starting to follow more art stuff, more finance stuff. Shout out Black Wealth Renaissance. I've been listening to them a lot. Paychecks and Balances. That's my second time talking about them. And just the different people they be featuring. I've been listening to different stuff. And one of the guys, he does. They had up there. He does a basic stock market investing crash course. So I think I'm gonna invest in that. His motto is pay him $100 so he can teach. He said pay him $100 and he'll teach me how to make $1,000. But obviously, you got to put in the work. So
Yeah.
a part of my imposter syndrome has been me second guessing whether I should do it or not, or whether I would be successful in doing it, or whether I would stay committed to doing it. Right. And I know I need, extra money, and right now apparently the stocks is a really good way to be making some money. But
If you can hold off from what's happening now.
right.
I guess for me, I think I'm right now just having to still really tackle that mental piece. I've not been shy about my mental health challenges, so I'm not ashamed or anything of it. But I think it's the first part is really breaking through the barrier of understanding not just who I am, but what I deserve. And also what I can give. Like, I'm a giver, but I feel like that there's more I can do, and I guess that's just the giver in me. But it's like I really feel like something's like tugging me, and when it's something unsettling like that, I just feel like that's like the spirit talking to me and telling me that you need to. And so kind of unpacking that first,
Right.
before then I start making more moves of this is the path I've chosen, and let me take the next step in this direction. I need to recompass myself, recenter where I'm going.
Focus.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to pull back. The focus on. I want that same like passion and ambition that I had my stepping on campus for the first time, my freshman year.
Right.
I want that same confidence when I walked across the stage in 2014.
Right.
Like, I want that same now, but I want it to be more mature, more calculated, more strategic.
Absolutely. The other day, somebody asked me what I wanted to be when I grew up. That's not how they asked it, but that's pretty much what they asked. And I said I want to be, I want to own black businesses that help black people.
That's it.
That's what I want to do. I want to own black businesses that help black people. And so if that means owning a rental property and not making it Section 8 affordable, Section 8 accessible, and not chasing people down for their money, like they already don't got it. So why are we? I'm not a capitalist. Like, I'm already making a profit off of you by you living in my property. I'm not going to charge you for extra fees unless I got to evict you, and then. So that'll be a different story, but
I think I want to. It was funny because I showed you what was on my dry erase board. Like, I just got inspired today and I was writing, and I think I want to gain knowledge in like a few different areas and kind of like combine that knowledge, develop networks and influence in those to really. I know it sounds political, but kind of like push for public schools. I know right now, for those teachers who may watch, I feel your pain. Having to take all that you can teach from just you and having to condense it into digital platform is, But some people are like, oh, this is like the revolution of education. And I'm like, you can't replace those things.
Yeah, you really can't.
So I kind of want to gain the knowledge in those areas so that I can protect them, build them where they're weak, and help continue to push where they're strong, but also, like protect them from all of this self-interest that the children don't deserve. It is so funny how I tell you about. Like, I'm joking on some of my colleagues about talking about kids already, and it hasn't even been like a week. And here I am. So I'm going to shut up before I keep going about my kids.
You know what? I ain't gonna lie. I kind of miss my kids too. Because we've been having to cancel practice the past couple weeks because of your girl Corona. So shout out Miss Rona. But
she's doing the most.
A lot has happened.
Let's stay safe.
Please be safe. And please also be mindful of the stuff that you're reading, because everything is not true. You gotta, like Brandon said earlier, multiple sources. Yeah. If it's not on multiple sources, it's probably not true. And they gotta be reliable sources, not fucking TMZ, even though TMZ is, I don't know how the fuck they be getting this shit sometimes, but.
And this is not like paid promotion, but you also need to find something to laugh at. and this is not a promotion, but All Def Digital. Do you watch Roast Me?
I do, but I haven't seen.
Oh my gosh.
This episode.
Okay, on YouTube, you have to find something to laugh at in between all the chaos. Trust me, I know, because I watch a lot of chaos. But Roast Me, where they just crack jokes on each other and it's just like friendly and fun. Like that is the biggest stress relief after you may read an article or I listen to a lot of politics podcasts, so you know I'm always in the. But it's like just to have a good laugh. I think is what we need right now, and you know I think some people on the other side of the pay scale might have tried to do that, if you know what I'm referring to. But yeah, we need the happiness, and I know it's a stressful time, and I know people are losing jobs. And I said I wasn't going to talk about this on this episode, but I just felt like it's needed. But in this time, or times like this, I think this is a time where I also find the most hope because people start really banding together. And you see communities that won't let people fall in their community. And it shows you the power of the people that don't have to wait on, you know, governments to stop dragging their feet and having to jump through a million hoops, and they just start doing stuff. So shout out to everyone who, even in their possible fear, may be shining and the best is being shown in humanity. Because sometimes I don't trust at all.
Absolutely. So
they'll be redeemable, but they prove me wrong every time.
With everything that's going on, in the smallest gesture of any kind is probably appreciated. A kind gesture goes a long way. And my challenge for you this week is to do something small for somebody, even if it's just complimenting them and say, "Hey, you look really good today."
Through Instagram, Facebook, social distance. Call them, text them if they're your friend.
This is the only time when it's okay to FaceTime somebody, because what they doing, they probably just beating their meat, which is...
Well, that's not how you gonna, you know, well, nothing. Never mind. Cut. I'm flustered.
All in all, social distancing is real. 6 feet, at least. We trust each other, so we just, we good, we clean, we already know what's going on. But NCAT versus everybody.
Shout out to NCAT. I know a lot of Aggies who are having to go through a lot right now. And yeah, not to end on a somber note, we're ending positively. We're not being somber, but
you sit at the bedroom at your house because the school kicked you out and you don't know what to do. Get up. You can't go back to your school because the bitch is closed and they ain't gonna give you no refund. No, but for real, give them kids their fucking refund. Kicking them out. How you gonna tell them they can stay and then tell them they gotta leave? Oh, well, no, y'all can stay. You know, we're just gonna do the labs. Next thing you know, LOL, JK.
But it's interesting how, like, this is the first time that people really are having to deal with these things, and it shows you that they never planned on it happening. Because we don't know what to do. It's like an update every single day. Something else is changing from what they said the day before.
Exactly. We had an all call on Tuesday. Then we had turned around and had another one yesterday on Thursday. And they about to change a lot of stuff with our stuff too. Shit, crazy.
And it's like also I was talking with. We might have been talking earlier this week about it, but you know, like the exposure of like everything systemic wise.
Right. Everything that they said couldn't be done is being done.
They have no choice.
Everything they said that couldn't be done is being done. The government has pulled money out of the air to fucking bail Wall Street out a fucking again.
But also, it's like,
And these fucking airlines, don't get me fucking started on them. Talking about some, oh well, we need at least $500 billion in bailouts. For what? For what? All this fucking money y'all got. So what's the tea? Are y'all really in debt? Is that what it is? Are y'all in debt for all these planes that y'all got? Did y'all put them on credit and your credit is going bad?
Most likely.
And that's why. And Corona done fucked up the church's money, honey child.
But it shows how much and how dependent they all are on us, the working people. As soon as we stop moving, everything crashes. But it's like
this is what happens.
They still selling this American dream.
This is what happens. You remember all those times people always talking about, oh, everybody get together and don't buy gas for one day. This is the shit that happens when you do that.
Nobody buying gas.
This is the shit that happens when you do that.
It goes down to
everybody
$1.83.
stop buying everything, and guess what? Gas is fucking $1.68
in 2020.
In 2020,
I remember when I knew I wasn't getting a car.
Gas hasn't been
$1.68
since the fucking 90s, like the late 90s.
I knew I wasn't gonna get a car for my 16th birthday because the gas was
ain't been this cheap since Bill Clinton.
When I was in high school.
Since Bill Clinton, that's when this gas was this cheap. Like, that's crazy. The last time, no, I lied. The last time gas got down to $1.80 something was right when Obama got elected in 2008. In that early 2009, that's right when.
It's just a lie. I don't get it.
But
I don't get why people. Never mind. I'm not gonna make this political. I'm gonna stop it right here because we said that we weren't gonna make this a long one. So
here we are, ramble for 15 minutes.
As always, stay safe, and this conversation is
to be continued.
Peace.
Stay woke.